Hi everyone, this is Mike Gordon, and welcome back to my perfect playthrough of Final Fantasy VI Advance. Yes, I'm continuing right from where I left off. I had beaten the game, and I want to show this bit of extra content off. We had unlocked the music player, and this is a nifty little thing. Here are a couple tracks I'm just going to show off. Because of the whole copyright thing, I'm just gonna keep talking over this, but yeah, just about every track in the game is present here. There might be one that's missing, but I never took the time to cross-examine. So yeah, these are all the tracks. By the way, those balances restored videos was literally how I resynced everything. Not sure where this track plays. Definitely doesn't play anywhere in the game. Okay, we're done. So now let's load up this clear data file. And I want to show off that we have successfully duplicated Excalipoor and Curse Shield. Those are the items I wanted to duplicate. And now that we have, we can actually get to work on completing the remaining main game side quests. Alright, let's change our party members. And trying to think here. Alright, that looks good. The party makeup doesn't really matter as much. You know what, I don't have enough Ultima weapons, so I'm just going to give Terra whatever crap I can give her, including the Curse Shield. Because I already got the 254 battles necessary. So we just need to get into one more battle that provides ability points to transform the Curse Shield. Just looking around, trying to figure it out. Alright, that looks really good. Obviously, I want... You know what, I'm just gonna keep Block's original equipment on him, and just have Edgar with the Ultima weapon. No, not Edgar. I actually realized I forgot that I must have failed to steal the Ultima weapon from, Rest, I think. Yeah, Rest. During the final battle against Kefka. Sorry, I'm just really tired. I'm just looking through my equipments right now. Obviously, I want Thief Bracers and Miracle Shoes on the Thieves. And Celestiads on the Mages. But I just need to get into one battle right outside, and I'm gonna go right outside the Coliseum just so I can resolve the two things concerning Excalipoor and Curse Shield straight away. Alright. The type of battle I want to get to does not matter. We already ran into just about every enemy formation in the game. I'm keeping track of which ones I to look out for. But that's it. I just want to get to one random battle. And one shot. Oh yeah, Tara needs to equip the ribbon so the curse shield doesn't berserk and confuse her. And we got the Paladin shield as a reward. That was 256 battles that had ability points. So that's safe. Now we're ready to take on the Coliseum. I'm looking for the Excalipoor. And that's that. And this will also get us our final merit award, which are the question mark, question mark, question mark. We got 98 and now we have 99. But there's more to it, because we bet the Excalipoor. We get this little cutscene. And now we have to fight Gilgamesh. First I manipulate steel so I could nab a Genji shield. And I completely screwed up the blitz there. So obviously Gogo's gonna copy that. Because Locke's level is halved, he's doing basically chip damage. But that's alright. Because after this battle, there are only 7 more items I need to work on left, at least. And once that's taken care of, and finally I also want to make sure that I get the drop that I want from the sky. And yes, it's the same Gilgamesh from Final Fantasy V. This isn't just... It's not like recurring motifs like a guy named Sid or the Chocobos or certain summons, where they just reuse the names and traits, but... Yeah, it's the same Gilgamesh from Final Fantasy V. And speaking of which, we got our new Gilgamesh Magicite. Alright, we're done for now. So now we just need to make our way back to Kefka's tower. And the purpose of these subsequent trips is to finish up some of the grinding. Hey man, this episode took like a month to sort everything out. And yes, for the record, every single we need 12 party members. We can't just go at this with just 4 people and hope for the best. We actually need a full party of 12. We need to make sure all but 4 of them are dead. Actually all but 3 of them are dead. And finally we need divide them up so that there's always at least one living party member, and that one living party member has to be either Terra or Locke, or Go-Go. But when you are grinding up Excalipoor, you need 4 party members. Excalipoor and Curse Shield. So yeah, we completely maxed out on Genji Helms, and we are just one shy for Genji gloves. We will get the last one in Dragon's Den. And this is how I go about killing my whole party, my entire party, save for one. A person who you have one party member use Meltdown, and another one with a high magic stat uses Meltdown, while the party member you want alive keeps the Paladin shield. Meltdown is an extremely powerful spell that attacks everyone on the field, including your own party members. However, it's fire elemental, so it's easier to prepare to defend against it. And I'm just gonna hang around in this room for a bit to steal some thunder shields from Mudsuds. And that's pretty easy. Man, this episode took a really long time. I think about a month because of all the item farming. I basically am trying to reduce all the item farming that I need to do to just a couple places. I could just off screen on my own free time. But yeah, I just want to show off that Terra had just learned the Valor spell, which was a spell unique to Gilgamesh. And there's one of 3 brand new spells added into the Game Boy, into Final Fantasy VI Advance. Next, I'm going to go in here and more farm for the Curse Shield. It's not Curse Shield, it's Curse Ring. As well as the Lich Ring and Thornlet. Thornlet is not as necessary. However, the upside of farm for Thornlet is I can max up now is I get to max out on the Mirage Fest. So I don't really care what items I get because they provide everything I need. I'm trying to carefully manipulate my metamorphoses. Alright, and after a while, I'm just going to max out on those 3 items. And here we are, Thornlet, Curse Ring, and Lich Ring. I'm missing one Lich Ring right now, but that's okay. I'll have plenty of opportunities to get it later. So I'm going to go in here and farm for Stone Blades against outsiders here, as well as Mazamunes from Yojimbos. And apologize for the lack of sound effects. I think again this is either the PAL thing or the Game Boy Advance thing. So I'm just gonna keep farming here since I find Yojimbo. And this is how I get the Masamune. And by the way, you want to be careful against Yojimbos because they will always end off with an instant death attack called Eye for an Eye, and there's no way to block it. Alright. Rise. The Honorable Judge Judy. Yeah, I'm freaking tired. But here we are, 99 Stone Blades, 99 Masamunes. So let's show them off. And by the way, you can feel I basically was manipulating the encounters and constantly rotating between Terra and Locke's parties. Just an FYI. So yeah, I don't know what is wrong with the inputs there. I think it was just everything's just sort of locking up. So now I'm back outside, and here's an encounter against the Great Behemoth. Soul of Tiger Fang. I did it all and this is proof that I also used lock for this part. By the way, I don't need to stick around these parts to grind for Tiger Fangs. You could really just steal them while you're going through and duplicating the necessary weapons and shields against Kefka. Alright, and I'm just skipping all the way ahead to the Fiend Dragon room. You absolutely want to, make sure that you want to at least make sure that Locke has somewhat means of defending himself. Unfortunately, you don't want to give him the Paladin shield because you'll learn Ultima that way. But yes, I'm going to be farming guard bracelets here. And here are the 99 guard bracelets. I left a ton of free space outside for when I begin the duplication process. And those are the equipment setups that I want for Terra. When you want to duplicate Curse Shield and Excalipoor together at the same time. Because Excalipoor is the only weapon you can only get more of via duplication with Terra that she can equip without a merit award. All the others require a merit award. And I'm just gonna speed through this. And that's very and you don't want to have a ribbon and a merit award equipped on Terra. You want to spread yourself out a bit, For Terra's equipment set going through this place, I want her to have when duplicating, I want to duplicate Excalipoor and Curse Shield at the same time. So for relics, you need a ribbon to get rid of Berserk and Confusion, and you need to start with Terra, or else she will come into a battle later on confused and berserked, which means you can't use her anymore. Yeah, another reason why we start with Terra, why I use the 4-party setup instead of the 3. Now just stealing the Ragnarok and a ultimate weapon from these two. And the other equipment alongside the Mara Ward is obviously the Celestiad, so I could use high level magic. Or manipulate so Go-Go dies against the 3rd tier. And I can still I can duplicate things this way, and I can steal Magi Elixirs from Kefka as well. After that, all I really have to do is just keep on trucking. And when I'm using any other setup, I will use the Mara Ward. I will swap out the ribbon for the Mara Ward, so I could equip other weapons alongside the Paladin Aegis shield. In this case, you only need 3 living party members. So I start with Locke and just give him the Master Scroll and the Miracle Shoes. And this is definitely a high risk maneuver. I'm honestly thinking about maybe doing this when I complete my Coliseum grind. And then or when I decide that, you know what, Shadow will be my permanent substitute for the Coliseum itself. Then I will teach Locke all the spells in the game, and then take him back here to do this thing solo. I'm only gonna do this a few times for the benefit of the post game. I need the Paladin shields. And eventually I sort of realized that you really only need 3 party members. The reason to have 4 is really for extra protection in case in case Rest uses repose on you. And even then, Rest can sometimes use repose on you twice. And just to show this off, this is what my set would look like if I were to duplicate multiple weapons at the same time. Well then, in that case, I would swap out the Mara Ward for the I would have Mara Ward and Genji Glove. Anyways, now I'm just showing off me grinding in the belt for the Behemoth suits and Holy Lances that I'm going to need for my Coliseum grinding. Since this is entirely on the belt, these are very easy to grind for because they appear alone in their own groups. They're the soul encounters in groups 56 and 61 respectively. Unfortunately, Holy Lances are a rare steal. They do have X potions as common steal, so keep that in mind. If you want to farm Elix, especially if you're looking to max out on X potions and maybe even max out on Elixirs and rename cards and Miracle Shoes, if you haven't already. So, yep. And I'm just gonna cut away from that, and I'll be right back in the Coliseum. Alright, this is And these are all the items I plan on gambling away in the Coliseum. I managed to farm up 81 elixirs. Now I'm gonna bet all of them on to turn all but one of them to turn them into rename cards. All I need is lock with the Master Scroll, and I'm all but guaranteed to win against this guy. Require a stream of obscenely bad luck to not get this. I only need a duplicate a couple of these Ragnaroks just to showcase. Oh, I could turn the Ragnarok into Lightbringers. Vitalists. But this enemy, it can be pretty dangerous in the Coliseum, so you can also, it's Miracle Shoes, do like a ribbon and or something. But now I'm doing Thunder Shields, and unfortunately, Outsider's another enemy that can one-shot you, even if you have Death Proof equipped. You know, that means not even a safety book can protect against Outsiders' instant death attacks. So this is definitely a troublesome encounter or grind against. This one's not too bad. I would just stick with the Miracle Shoes and Paladin Shield, along with the Master Scrolls, because this guy literally can't do anything. Alright, next up is Guard Bracelet. This one isn't too bad. I think he has some nasty tricks up his sleeve as well, but I haven't really had any trouble with them. And finally, we got the Behemoth suits. I already bet one beforehand, but here is. But here we go. We want to turn the Behemoth suits into Snow Scarves and into War Bangles. And unfortunately, Jimbo will always you end off with Eye for an Eye, which can be a one-shot unless locks it. And if you want to farm for more elixirs, just wager a worthless item like an antidote, and hope. And with Master Scroll and Genji Glove, all you really need to hope for is that Typhon doesn't snort you away on his first turn and lock just attacks. By the way, if he does snort you on your first turn, that's okay, you get to keep the item. But anyways, these are all the... and this is the product of all my hard work. I literally had to regrind everything all over again. Way off screen, and this is yet another reason why this took so long to upload. Like, when you get to this, by the time you see this episode, part 21 of my perfect playthrough would already be, I'm about ready to upload part 21 right now. And I'm doing the live commentary on the day that part 21 is being uploaded. So just to put that into perspective on how long it took me to complete this episode. Now with all that out of the way, we want to make Edgar the party leader. I no longer have any use for Edgar not knowing any magics. There's no reason for me to continue hampering him any further. Because I know that if you don't have any tools on him, he will still use Noise Blaster. So I'm just gonna go cut the middleman and max out on all his tools. Oh yeah, I forgot. You need to sell all his tools and then rebuy them again. You know, this is very stupid. Why do you have to sell these things just to buy them again? Now, you can technically just steal them from the mechanical enemies in Kefka's tower as well, but that's extremely time intensive, and you know, I'm having trouble with my input, with all kinds of input lag, which is why I kept passing Bioblaster for some reason. Debilitator and Drill. And now I am all done with those tools, and there are only 2 tools left for me to get. Unfortunately, they're not available in any shop, but I was at least able to get them at a discounted price. And now I'm just going to make my way out of here. I never have to step foot in this castle again. And next up, first I want to swap my party out a bit more. Yeah, I'm going to have to re-equip everyone soon anyways. Alright, I was thinking, no. And I was like, oh yeah, now I remember. I want to teach everyone the new, not only do I want to pick up the remaining tools, I want to teach everyone the remaining spells. Alright, I'm going to go in here. You know, there are 2 more side quests, little miniature side quests regarding these 2 tools. They are the ultimate tools of Final Fantasy VI, and they require a bit of puzzle solving in order to uncover them. Alright, going this in, you know, quote unquote. And everybody here lies, and the answer to this puzzle question is revealed in the lie. However, I'll just give you the answer. 61050. That's the answer. And here's the last item in Zozo. Since I already completed all my grinding here, I have no use to come back here. To farm for more chainsaws, I'm going to have to steal them from, I believe, Dual Armor. Either Dual Armor or Gamma. The other one is carrying Air Anchor, though. Next, we want to go to the Cultists Tower. And because of the recent copy, you know, the recent false flag gained from the third-party bots, I have to mute the Cultist Tower segment altogether. That's okay because there aren't any because I'm not going to show off any battles. You're not really missing anything. You heard the same track in the final battle against Kefka. Now you want to examine like the wall east of the chest. I at first was reading it incorrectly, so I was just sort of farting around. I sort of left the tower wondering, okay, did I do something? Did I unlock it? No? So how do I unlock it? And eventually I paused the emulator, looked it up, and realized, and reread it, and it's like, oh, right. It's this wall. How the hell are we supposed to figure that out? You know, but at least we got the air anchor. I'm pretty sure it has to do with the unsavoring thieves at the bottom of the tower. They are probably the ones that reveal to us the secret to getting through this. So yeah, I'm going to equip everyone Paladin Shield because everyone here is a spellcaster. And because Paladin Shields teach Ultima. So I don't need to equip the Ragnarok Esper for them to learn Ultima, just give them the Paladin Shield instead. And once again, I'm having some troubles with the inputs. There we go. And finally, just want, because this is the Cultist Tower, and all we have access to is the magic command, I am going to give everyone Celestiads and Miracle Shoots. Just in case. The Molulu's charm was really just to help us get to the treasure uninterrupted. We have no use for any more steals or to farm steals or drops from the common enemies, at least outside the Dragon's Den. Alright, and I'm trying to contemplate, should I teach him Holy or Valor first? And ultimately, he's like, Yeah, I'll do Gilgamesh first. And teach him Valor first. Alright. Terra's good on magic because I taught her everything already. And it doesn't really matter where I start with Edgar and Setzer because they don't know any spells. So I'm just gonna find something where they can both finish at roughly the same time. So there we go, and I'm going to off-screen all my grinding. And this is what the results are. By the way, I didn't just grind up Edgar, Setzer, and Mog either. I taught every spell in the game to all of my party members. Well, except for Lock and Shadow. I'm still holding out on Lock in case in case there's an encounter that I would rather have Lock for than Shadow. Because Shadow can't equip Ultima Weapon naturally, so I'm going to need to give him the Master Scroll and Marrow Ward just to make sure he can. And that's 4 hits instead of 8. Alright, Alright, we are ready to go. Just thinking. And I want to move Tara to the bottom row so she gets the first turn. And I basically... And you know what? I was thinking about doing Dinosaur Forest, but then I realized, A, we should heal first. Second of all, I think it would be best if we actually... the enemies of Dinosaur Forest do not give out any gil, so if you want to grind Dinosaur Forest, you may do so for, the levels and stuff. You may do so, but for now, I want to actually max out on gil. It's also ideal for teaching everyone whatever spells they happen to be missing, too. But yeah, I'm gonna just fight, and this is honestly the shortest part of my grind outside of the Coliseum itself. Because I'm just getting to battle after battle and everything, and because of Realm with the Carrier Hood, everything gives out 20,000 gil. Or is it 200,000 gil? I don't know. Which is still a lot of money. Now I'm maxed out at 10 million gil, basically. Well, a gil shy of 10 million. Now I'm looking for the Dinosaur Forest. And this is where I will do my serious level farming and hopefully get a few more Celestiads as well. I want to double check everyone's equipment. Oh yeah, I want to make sure everyone has a growth egg. By the way, I experiment with this, and hindsight, I should have just kept the miracle shoes on. Or at least the Celestiad, but I digress. The end result is everybody is at level 99. Terra's completely maxed out her stats. Waka's maxed out his strength and speed and put no effort in magic or stamina. I did a lot of work on magic and some on speed, and maxed out on strength. Shadow needs to get his grinding done inside the Dragon's Den. You'll see the end results of his training at the start of episode 23. Edgar's mostly strength, Sabin's maxed out, and then I prioritized speed over magic in Edgar. Celis, I prioritized strength over magic, and then put some speed in there. Umaro can't equip Vespers, so his stats are stuck that way forever, so his level's good enough for me. And the same goes for Go-Go. Gao, I prioritize strength and magic, and then put the rest in speed. Mog, I prioritize strength and then magic, but also put in some, and I think a bit of speed as well. Setsu prioritized magic and has strength and speed to spare. Prioritize magic here, but also a ton of speed and some strength. And I basically made Strago's paltry stats look a bit sexy, but prioritized magic and strength otherwise. You know, I will have to reset everyone's levels soon anyway, so. So with all that said, not sure what the point of this party setup is, other than to show off, hey, these characters don't know any magic yet, but the others do. Well, of course they know magic, I just showed it off. Alright. And this is also proof that I taught everyone every magic spell in the game, except for the one that you need from the missing Esper. There's only one spell that no one knows, and this is the results of my Celestiads. Unfortunately, my grind sessions did not involve any stealing, because Locke and Go-Go were level 99, and I needed a spellcaster to help out the rest of my team. Probably could have done with a thief though, but I digress. And I realized I need to give him a growth egg and miracle shoes. And Edgar needs miracle shoes and a master scroll. Just thinking about it for a bit. Yep. And I don't really care about Setzer at all. I'm not going to use them in the Dragon's Den whatsoever. Again, he could probably have some help with his with the slot manipulations. But once you reach this part of the game, you don't need to put in the extra work just to manipulate the slots. I'm looking for the Dragon's Horn wherever it happens to be. Trying to make absolute sure I'm at the right place. I think this is it. Yes, it is. Now I want to form my team. Team 1 basically has all my power fighters. I will position Locke and Shadow in the same place. The point being, the general idea being that Locke and Shadow, that Locke will steal while Shadow soaks up the experience. I wasn't thinking that part through thoroughly, so that's probably not how I'm going to end up grinding. Doing my item farming here, because now they don't. It's a party without any spellcasters, which means I'm in trouble. Party 1's literally the only part that can do anything. Now I'm a little rusty in regards to the Dragon's Den. It's a very labyrinthian puzzle that literally involves defeating certain bosses in order to open up certain passageways and access certain goodies, and it's very, very tricky trying to figure out where exactly it is that you're supposed to go. So this section, after I finish all the equips here, has actually taken me quite a few tries in order to figure out how to safely navigate a place like this. Alright, Celestia and Miracle Shoes all across the board, except for Locke and Go-Go, who use Thief Bracer and Miracle Shoes, and Edgar, who uses Master Scroll and Miracle Shoes. Again, I probably should have thought things through a little better. Obviously, I already cloned Kagenuya quite a few times alongside the Paladin shield, so that's Shadow's ultimate weapon, well, outside what you can find in the Dragon's Den. And obviously, I want to give Locke the ultimate weapon. Terra, Locke, Edgar, and Celis are the only party members that could equip the ultimate weapon without the merit award. So they're the ones that get to feast on the benefits of Master Scroll, Genji Glove, ultimate weapon. But I only have one Master Scroll right now. And I decided to give this guy, well, Maloo's Charm, obviously. And, he's not gonna fight anybody, so Sprint Shoes. And I have to think, really, really hard in order to figure out where it is I'm supposed to go. And yeah, I was just sort of fidgeting around. And I'm like, okay, let's see, is there something? Yep. Ether. And then I also realized, oh wait, I need to put Mog on the Switch here. So yeah, I was just doing this, not really having any idea what I'm doing, and just trying my best to look up a walkthrough, just to figure out where it is I'm supposed to go. Because I found out just how badly I handicapped myself with Party 2, this is the route Shadow and Locke are gonna go. I'm going to... And this is literally the only reason to go into this room, by the way, and that's to pick up this treasure chest, which contains our 99th and final rename card. And I'm just trying to manipulate the step count with Shadow to avoid unnecessary random encounters. So yes, I'm being really, really cautious here because I don't want Shadow and Locke fighting, due in large part to my mistakes. Luckily, I can fight both of the upcoming bosses with Terra's group if I play my cards right. Now I am just moving my way up into the previous chambers I was in before, the one with the high ether. Just have to land on that. I was like, you know what, I'll just remove the Master Scroll from Edgar and give it to Locke. Locke is gonna struggle mightily in this place because he has no way of actually healing the party. And he's at half health, so I'm gonna have to work really hard. And obviously, we want to land on this switch here for Party 1's sake. And then I forgot, oh yeah, I need to remove the Master Scroll and put him back on Thief's Glove. And by the way, just a reminder, you don't gain ability points in the Dragon's Den. So this is the ideal spot to grind up characters if you don't want to teach them any magic. Alright. And, again, there's some emulation and inputting issues I've been having, which is why my inputs are like freezing up like that. So I'm just skipping all the battles here because we already ran into the enemies here, and none of the formations appear on the veldt. Again, this even includes the enemies that do appear on the veldt. This is how we battle this dragon here. And Storm Dragon's gimmick, Ice Dragon's gimmick is that there's 4 of them. And Storm Dragon's gimmick here is that his speed and evasion status is maxed out, meaning it's very difficult to land physical and magic hits on it. However, Master Scroll physicals and Ultima casts actually completely circumvent evasion checks, meaning they have 100% hit rates. As a result, the Storm Dragon is actually pathetically easy. And that's 2 down and 6 more to go. And I got the Longinus drop. I believe Longinus is Edgar's ultimate weapon, but it could also be Mug's. I forgot whose ultimate weapon Longinus actually belongs to. It's worth noting that swords and spears are the only ones with multiple ultimate weapons, although they are assigned to a different party member. And yes, Meryl Ward even works on those types of weapons as well. And there's an interesting secret passage against yet another dragon. The Earth Dragon. This one literally, I don't know what its gimmick is, other than that it's Earth Elemental that is like immune to, that's also like immune to Wind Elemental or something. I don't know. I just attack. Yeah, the first 3 elemental dragons are pathetically easy, but mark my words, they are about to get much tougher. And oh look, I got Sabin's ultimate weapon. And this passage was opened up with Earth Dragon's defeat, but don't be fooled. You're not supposed to actually go in that room just yet. Seal of Earth is broken. But now we need to help the second party make it across. And something else I realized too is that, oh yeah. I'm just trying to fidget around here, figure out where to go. I'm trying to manipulate the step counts to at least give Shadow a chance to make it out, and here's an elixir. 3 items down, 23 more to go. Again, I'm being really cautious. I don't want Shadow getting into any unnecessary encounters because they have no means of healing themselves other than items. And I just stepped on that switch to help Mog out here. Alright, that's a very good tip. Get all 3 party members in these types of rooms so I can switch their party members. You know what happens when you swap around party members, right? When you are able to swap around party members, their hit points immediately recovers. Not their magic points, unfortunately, but it's the hit points I care about. Alright, and we are about to change our party members. Alright, I want Edgar and Shadow together. And then the rest of my part in Mog will be in Party 3. Everyone I care about is in this room. And again, this was sort of a gamble I'm taking, just having Edgar dual-wield ultimate weapons. But in hindsight, it's actually best to just have the Master Scroll and Miracle Shoes. so you can actually defend yourself from these powerful spells, but I digress. We just got a head start on the Dragon's Den, so on our next episode, we are going to take on the rest. This is Mike Gordon, signing out.